Hi everyone! Welcome back to Window Chats with Robyn, the Instagram Live podcast where I sit by my window and chat with very interesting people. Today's guest is Michael Joseph Delaney, and yes, technically we were having some tech issues before, but I think it'll work now. I have faith, or I'll just redo this introduction again. Oh my god, you're here! Okay, be cool. Invite him in. Here we go. We practice. Oh, maybe. Okay. Here we go. Accepting that. Will it work? Won't it work? I don't know. Whew, this is nerve-wracking. Okay, something happened. Something didn't happen. Let's try again. Oh my god, it worked! But
Did it work?
you're sideways.
What?
You have to do it like a TikTok kind of shape.
I don't have TikTok.
Okay, look, I appreciate your art. We went through this yesterday. I showed you, and you were very, very snarky. You said you know how to do one, and now there's proof you do not know how to do
But
one.
look, I brought a window.
You did.
I brought a coffee.
Oh.
I brought everything you told me that you have.
I don't have a coffee, so, but I acknowledge that you need the coffee. I've decided to kick caffeine as of last week. It's very exciting for me. I think I have
Why?
enough energy. I just why do I need more caffeine? You know, I want to see what it does to me. A bit of headaches first. Thank you for asking. But now I feel like I'm okay. So I'm just going to live vicariously. Can you describe your coffee for me? I kind of miss it.
It's McDonald's, so,
Well,
it's okay.
I heard that McDonald's took the old Tim Hortons recipe. I don't know.
You know what it tastes like? It tastes like convenience because it's right across the street.
That's a good taste. That tastes delicious. Oh, I thought it was cold and now I'm not. Oh. So how you doing? Haven't seen you since last night, which was class ended at midnight. Very Cinderella-esque. Okay. I turned into a pumpkin.
I have to get home before midnight.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that. You beat me to it.
And you live to tell the tale. No, that's what happens. See,
I will.
We have a similar sense of humor. So that was what I was worried about for this chat. Like, if you are sarcastic back to me, will I not understand it? Because I don't know if I will. I probably won't. Please explain when you are sarcastic. Thank you.
It's like me with a compliment. I don't know how to take it. You're like, wow, you're really great. I'll be like, why? He's like, because you're my friend and I love you. I'll be like, am I dying? No. Are you dying? I don't know how to deal with it.
Compliments are hard to take, though. I remember hearing someone say that if someone gives you a compliment, my natural reaction was to compliment back. But if someone gives you a compliment, you just say, thank you. Because otherwise, when you give a compliment back, it seems insincere. But I find that hard to do.
I just turn around and start running away.
That's fair. What if you're stuck in a room, though? A locked room, you can't get out. What happens?
Well, this bridge we're going to cross when we come to it.
Literally breaking down a wall. Guys, I got a compliment. You understand. I'll pay for this, whatever. No, you shouldn't have to pay for it. You gave me the compliment. You knew I would run away. And now the structural damage is your fault. Ooh, a lot of lawsuits.
This is taking a dark path.
It is.
We've gone down a dark path.
Welcome to Window Chats.
I love it so far. This is my home.
It's just, we keep it loose here. We, the team of just me, we keep it loose. Maybe all the people in my head. Maybe all the characters I got going on. Yeah. But why do you want to come on my show? I get to ask any question. That's what you said. So why do you want to come on my show?
That's true. What's that?
Why do you want to come on the show? Why do you want to be a guest? What do you want to tell the people about yourself? You're very mysterious on social media. I don't know much about you.
I know. No one does.
Yeah.
It's part of the mystery. I don't know. I mean, partly it's definitely a little bit of narcissism. Got to be honest. I mean, what? A chance to be the spotlight? Oh, whatever will I do? I guess. Fine. For you, I'll do it.
That's fair. That's fair.
But also, I don't know. I just like talking. Interviews are always nice. Answering questions. You get to know yourself a little better when you're done.
That's true.
And also, I've seen some of these other ones, and they look pretty fun. So I said, I want that. And now I have it. Now it's mine. It's mine only. He'll be your next guest for the next 47 years.
When I eventually get to recurring guests, here's the thing I find with interviews. It always depends where I am in my career as well. That there are times when I'm like, oh, I wish I didn't do it at that time. I didn't really have much to offer. Or other times I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a good interview because I just finished something, and yeah, this is gonna be great. I want to share. Like for example, I know you were doing fishbowl. That was an exciting. Please
Yeah.
explain. Okay.
Uh, the funny thing is our director Ryan Andrews always has the most motivational sentence he says before we start rolling the camera. He's like, always remember, no one will ever see the struggle of what happened here today. They only see the final project. So he's like, the struggle you're about to complain about right now, don't. No one's gonna give a shit. So, like the things that happened on that set, like we were in a building. It was like mid-November, December, something like that, and in the heat broke. So like inside that building, it was like -14, and I was just in a beater, jeans, sometimes not even either of those. Just, they're like, and be rolling by and be like, Glenn, you just stop shivering. But I can't. It's -14. He's like, yeah, but it's not -14 in this movie, so make it not -14 for me, please. And then also it shows what we did was we filmed that in one day. Like it just shows what you're capable of with the right people around you, the right team. When y'all hunker down, just dedicated to like something. For just a second, you set yourself up on a shelf and just dive in. I had to let go of, me for a minute and just be Donnie Bonacci. But when you see the places something can go after, it's like, wow. So this is what hard work looks like. This is what dedication looks like. This is what the potential of success looks like. So, and now it's kind of going places, so it's very exciting. But no, what was it we used? It's both thrilling and terrifying all at the same time. It's both
Thrilling and terrifying with Michael
thrilling
Joseph
and
Delaney.
terrifying the way I try to live my life.
Tagline. Oh, I really admire anyone that's creating something and just creating their own work because, and that's that whole group of you. You just keep creating stuff and putting it out there, and it's good stuff. It's
Yeah, I mean, I'm my biggest critic, so I see it and I go, look at this piece of garbage, this like steaming pile of garbage you're a part of. And I go, yep, look how bad I am. So I usually don't try not to look at it as much as I can, but the things we've been doing, like, yeah, our little team, there's been glimpses of me, like, they catch me going, you like yourself? And I go, oh, I do. It must be good. But it must be okay at least. Um, and yeah, it's like a tough thing to explain, really, when you're like, I don't even know why they keep bringing me back. I guess they just like me. I don't know why. They
you
just keep
probably
bringing me
have an
back.
in with the director. We know how it works in nepotism.
Well, yeah, let's just say I've done some things.
We keep it. You don't have to explain on the IG live. We get it. We get it. But
I
it's
could,
interesting.
though, if you want me to.
I mean, I know you will, but I don't know if children will be watching this. So let's keep it clean.
Are there?
But I don't know half these people that they kind of just show up, and I'm like, I don't know. Is this Brendan Michael 67? Are you 67 years old? Is that a number that you like? Is that a sports figure? I don't know. So this is
That's my brother-in-law.
is he 67 years old?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Wait, does he have to change his number every time his age changes?
Yes.
Oh.
But he's also a vampire, so he's been 67 for 106 years.
Oh, well, that's convenient then. There you go. But it's very interesting that you said you can't watch yourself because sometimes I feel that way too, where I'm like, I finished it, I don't want to see it. But I mean, isn't there like, do you force yourself to watch yourself sometimes to figure out how you could have done something better, or is that just kind of self-destructive?
Um, Interesting question.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, every self-tape I have to watch myself
Sure.
to edit it. No, but films that the trap that I always fall into is that exact thing. See yourself do something, and my first question is, now what could I have done differently? What could I have done better? Why was I so bad in that moment? No, I don't care about that good moment. Why was I bad in that moment? How could I have been an elevated form of myself? And then, like, sometimes it's because of just, like, the way your brain works that you don't see what other people see. I think one of the greatest sayings or little taglines that humanity has ever come up with that probably no one actually ever said. Someone just wrote it down at some point. Like, if only you could see yourself through my eyes. And I'm like, that's what we're all missing when we watch each other is the ability to see yourself through someone else's eyes. It's like even if you're not at your best and you're going, oh, you can see yourself acting. Someone else is like, well, fucking, I'm not you. All I see is the acting. You look great. It's like, no, but you don't get it. It's like, well, good. I don't want to get it. Just let me appreciate you being good. Like, I'm sure there's times the A-listers are even like, oh, you saw that movie? That was garbage. I'm like, that's one of my favorite movies ever. Like, oh, I can't believe I won an Oscar for that. It was fucking beautiful. I'm sure Gary Oldman, when he won the Oscar for, shit, whatever movie that was.
The
he
movie
won
that
it
was so
for.
great that he clearly won the Oscar for. Absolutely. Great
And
movie.
that I forgot the name of.
It's a great
I'm
movie.
like, yeah, it was okay work. It's like, it's Oscar-worthy, man. What do you mean? What's going on right now? So I think it's just the human, I don't know, problem. Being like, we're never good enough for ourselves.
It was called The Darkest Hour. Thank you. That is Nick Clements, actor. Hello, fellow actor.
Yeah, that one. It's a trap we all fall into. But then there's some people, like, there's a fine line between, like, and those who are, like, overboard with, look how great I am. It's like, not even you believe you're that great. Stop. Come back down.
I wonder if some people actually think they are the absolute best. If there is that level of confidence out there. I don't know.
Yeah, I am the best. I just
Well,
don't like to watch myself be the best.
you're just talking about how you didn't think you were always the best.
That's true. That was a complete lie, what I just did right there. I lied to you. I'm sorry.
It happens. It happens. I'm not editing this, so now everyone has to know you're a liar. I don't like that for you. Gotta be careful on these lives. So this is why we had the discussion beforehand. We're live. We're doing I thought we were just just having a phone call.
Isn't that like the 7-second thing? Like,
wait, you can see my face? I don't. I
like
know,
on
don't worry,
TV,
my team's on it. They're editing. Let's go.
Yeah, like you edit as you go.
Edit the swear
in case I swear there's like exactly. I thought that's. Oh, I need to rethink everything. Well, next question.
I don't have questions. It's more literally a chat of just let's discuss the art of Michael Joseph Delaney. There is a lot of Michael Delaneys. Did not know that till I went on IMDb. And now, is that why you went by your middle name?
Yes.
Okay.
Because if you type in Michael Joseph Delaney, I'm the first one that pops up.
You are. It was very clever.
Yeah, it turns out Mike Delaney's a little generic.
I didn't know that.
I mean, there's 13 in my family alone, so.
Yeah, okay.
Probably should have known that.
Yes, because
Darn
we're
names.
very close as friends. Are we friends?
Yeah.
Is this we're friends, right? We're cool. We're not like this level, but close enough that
we're like two peas in a pod. Two peas in a pod.
Why are they friends? Two peas in a pod. I don't understand that. I feel like they're forced together in a situation. They just have to become friendly. What if they hate each other? They burst out of the pod. Is that how it works?
I think that's the plot of all movies is two people forced into a place and either you become friends or kill each other. Feels like me and a lot of people in Toronto. I've now been forced into a lot of lives and either we become best friends or we kill each other.
Oh, there's no in between.
Yeah, I like to live my life in highs and lows. I don't like the gray area, that middle ground. It's boring. No one ever watches a TV show because it's based on the gray area. It's like, wow, look how normal everyone is in this TV show. No, I want extreme tragedy.
A reality show of just normal things. Nothing exciting, no drama. Just, what is it, scenery? I don't even know because I think everyone has a certain amount of drama. It's just heightened drama in those reality shows.
Yeah, it's a heightened form of life. But no one watches a superhero movie to see what they had for breakfast.
Maybe I would. That's practically a commercial in a movie, and I love making fun of those things.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Right? You could kind of like, what if the superhero has the cereal that turns him into a different superhero? And it's good we saw him at breakfast.
All right, you know what? Sometimes you make some sense, and I don't like it.
It's confusing, but yeah.
Stop making sense, please. Start making dollars.
Oh, God, that's a good line and very...
It's not bad. That one's mine. I claim that one.
Ooh.
People are like, you don't make sense. I'm like, nah, I make dollars.
I like that. Ooh.
You can use it.
The problem is I never remember the good comebacks when I need them. You know, when you have a conversation like, oh, this is how I should have responded. That's so funny. Or this is such a good what is repartee. I don't know what the whip for English is gone, but like a good way to respond. Uh, I
Yeah.
want to, wouldn't you like hire a person to just respond for you? Like, okay, go to page 5. I know I have a response there. Just give it to the person. It's good. It's funny. Hang on, wait for it. Let's start again. Let's take it. You know, you want to like redirect the conversation you're having. Okay, can we go to our
I,
one and action?
yeah. I call him Malcolm. He lives in the back of my brain, and he's like the librarian of my brain, of who just has every like opinion and thought I've ever had about something in the back of my brain. Like when people say something, and my brain, Malcolm will like start waving at me from behind my head and go, "You have an opinion on this," and then you realize some of your opinions haven't changed in years and years and years, and you're like, "Years ago, this opinion made sense. Now, I need to check myself for a second." Like someone would be like, or like the caveman in you, Malcolm will be like, "By the way, you're a caveman." Someone will be like, "I'm good at soccer," and instantly my reactions, "I'm way better at soccer than you." It's like, no, I have no reason to be able to say that at all. In fact, I'm terrible at soccer. And Malcolm's like, "Oh yeah, years ago on the playground, that was okay to say. As an adult, you can't just instinctively say you're better at people than the things they're good at." Like, oh shit, I can't do that anymore. No, oftentimes I get you in trouble now. I'm like, but how do we? But is it still okay to say like girls are cooties? No, you definitely can't say that anymore. You're not on the playground anymore. Cooties aren't a thing. It's like, oh, damn, Malcolm, we need to. He's like, don't even open that drawer.
I mean, it's
You don't
hard
want
with
to open that
cooties because
drawer.
I almost went to COVID and I don't really want to touch that anymore. But
You don't want to touch COVID?
no,
Why not?
it's you know, it's a thing.
You don't have like a jar of it on your shelf?
I I don't have a good response. I need Malcolm. I need what would Malcolm respond?
Malcolm, he's like my little Scottish Irish guy. He'd be like, Mr. Delaney, we don't even, you can't put COVID in a jar. Like, oh, fuck, Malcolm. Didn't have to say that.
I was
Sorry.
I didn't know how you whipped out the Irish accent, and then I remember you told me you were Irish. So that was impressive.
Yeah, I can kind of just put it on, put it off, put it on, put it on.
Have you ever
There was one St.
used a
Patrick's Day.
character
I
as like were you ever an Irish character?
every day of my life. No, I've never played an Irish character. One St. Patrick's Day, I did talk with an Irish accent the entire day.
Whoa, commitment. How'd it go?
Yeah, pretty good, pretty good.
What
People
if we
thought I
just do
was
the rest
smiling.
of this chat Irish?
Oh God,
You said you
I
could
could
put it
try.
off. Okay. Well, I mean,
I could try.
without any context to people watching it, that would be funny. Like, wait, he has an accent?
Yeah, I could do like, yeah, or, like I don't know, Scottish, French. I can't do a French accent.
Okay. Let's hear the Scottish one. I'll put you on the let's go. Perform. Let's go. Let's
Oh
do
my
it.
God, you put me on the spot.
I just
Put me
do
on
to
the spot.
others what I don't want done to myself. So yeah.
So you don't want to be put on the spot?
No, I hate it. That's why
I heard you do like a great like LA kind of accent, as if you had done like a play like called Four Dogs and a Bone, like this.
that was
this.
yeah, actually I did a New York accent. It was a choice. Uh oh, are we doing
Oh,
accents now? Are you putting me on the spot? Did we just roll reverse? Oh, I flipped the
how's that
okay.
feel?
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah.
No, okay.
Welcome to Window Chats with Michael Delaney. For my next guest, Robyn.
Hi, thanks for having me on the show. Long time listener, first time caller.
You're welcome. You're welcome. How are you? How are you today?
Oh, you know, I'm good. I definitely knew how to do an Instagram live and was professional and showed up the first time. Hi.
That's the way to do it. I'm actually suffering from a hay fever today. It's quite nice. I'm
Oh,
using all of my energy for this.
well, thank you. I appreciate that. I actually too am using a lot of energy for this. I like I don't know how to explain to people how when people say why am I not better on the phone? I say because like I'm technically kind of performing, right? Like I don't know if they expect this to be their phone call level of energy. I'm not going to do that. or maybe I should, but then I'm exhausted and I'm, working all the time. It's a lot.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm, mm.
Well, now
Agreed.
now I think I should
Same.
be better at phone calls. So that's self-reflection on my end. Yeah.
I don't even answer the phone. I'm one of those people. Someone calls, phone goes away. I'll text them after.
That's fair. You might be aware, I'm a very big fan of the voice message because then no one interrupts my train of thought. And then you have to listen to the whole thing. So I know you've listened, or maybe you don't listen to the voice message, but I've grown to love it during this pandemic because I hate texting and I hate the small talk. It's like if you want to hurt me, try and have small talk with me in a conversation. I don't like it. When I'm like, I don't know why sometimes people that I haven't spoken to a while start doing small talk with me. I'm like, I don't know. What do you want from this conversation? Where is this going? What is the ask? It's never, I just never understand the genuineness of small talk.
Yeah, it's. I mean, if people want to hurt themselves, try and have small talk with me. Because
Oh,
there's many a
it's
times
very
where
painful. Yeah.
as you're trying to have small in your own head to yourself, you'll repeat a million times. I guess I'll just go screw myself then, because of my my terrible small talk capabilities. I know I think it is though, especially in today's day and age. A lot of people try and force a connection, and a lot of times there's just nothing there. There's just nothing there, and that's okay. Sometimes you just gotta accept not everyone's gonna be friends with everyone, and that's okay. Happens at like hotels all the time when you check in. People are like, "Oh, your last name's Delaney?" We're like, "Yeah, I got a friend who's Irish." Cool, sweet. That's where it ends.
Well, but how are you actually supposed to respond to that? I always get that question of, "Oh, you're Jewish. Do you know this person?" No. Okay. Like what? I don't know what to do with that. Like, oh, good for
You
you
know what I
for
like that
having an
happens in
Irish
Toronto
friend.
sometimes? On the street in Toronto, new people, tourists, I guess we call them. Like, hey, where's a good place to eat around here? I'm like, I don't know. What kind of food do you like? What do you mean? I like it. I like Tony sushi. It's great. They could be like that person could be like, I hate sushi. But, okay, sorry. They force a connection. Or the best one I ever heard of was this guy's like it's a comedian actually who was checking into a hotel. So his name's Tom Segura, and the guy checking in. Tom Segura's very white. That's the
Okay.
preface to this. And the guy checking in was just like Segura. He's like, you don't look Japanese. Then Tom Segura was like, I'm not. It's like, but Segura, it's Japanese. He's like, you're saying it Japanese. It's like you come in and say Smith and like he's like, are you trying to force a friendship? He's like, I don't know, man. You're just checking in. I thought I'd try and bond with you. Like,
I see that. I see people in that industry wanting to like be friendly and because some people, when you're away on vacation, you're like, oh yeah, I want to meet new people and like the hotel people. I don't know. I'm not used to like talking to people and being friendly like that. It's confusing. Like when you're stuck in an elevator and people want to have a conversation with you, like I'm just using this to go up and down. Like I don't want to hear your life story. But other people like, oh yeah, opportunity to meet a new friend in like the first 10 floors. Let's just share our life. I'm like, oh God, it's my nightmare. Please don't stop. Okay.
or
You get
you know
stuck.
what the elevator can also be used for? There is no more empowering feeling than closing the elevator door on someone. Oh my God. The feeling that washes over you when someone's like running in a building, like, hey, hold it, the whole door, and you hit the close button, and
Yeah, I'm holding it.
ding, and they go out, and you're like, oh, like it just feels so good. But then like it opens again because you haven't gone yet, and then they see you, and they're like, didn't see me? Like it's like I don't
Oh,
know how these buttons work.
I thought I was
I pressed
opening it.
I pressed all of them. I don't know how it works.
Uh,
Shit, this is now awkward forever.
I thought you were telling me
Like,
to
oh.
close the elevator. That's what I thought was happening. Oh, okay. Well, glad you made it. Hello.
Yeah, I think when people they're like, "Oh, you're an asshole or not a nice person," I think the better term is, I'm just a big introvert. I'm an introvert. I'm weird. I don't handle situations like an extrovert would. Like the elevator, for example. They'll hold the door. I'll close it. I don't want to be there with you Or if you really like want to say something that'll just get my jitters going, cancel dinner plans on me. Oh my God. Oh,
That's so.
that's like dirty talk. If you cancel plans that we made, oh my God. Oh, it's like I'm out the door, got shoes on, going out the door. You call me up. Hey, Delaney, so sorry, man. I can't make this tonight. I'm like, oh God, keep going. Talk dirty to me. It's like, please keep going. Wait, you fell down the stairs? Are you okay? Yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Keep going. Oh my God. I think the line of my life is anytime I walk into anywhere, hey, this has been great. Let's go to fuck home. Let's wrap this shit up. Let's go home. That's that's my mantra. This has been great. Let's go home.
That's funny.
I know. I'm such a weird person.
No, I think you're just there enough. Okay, here's a taste of who you are. And then the stare of like pulling away. And you've gotten enough. You're welcome for my presence. Goodbye. But also, I don't know, I get tired. I hate when I get stuck in a conversation and I'm like, I don't know how to leave a conversation. That's my new fear. Where I'm like, okay, we're
I've been
in
shown
person.
two ways to leave any conversation, and I've seen them both pulled off so artistically, which is cool. Artistically, I just said it. We're talking about art and stuff.
Oh, art,
One
yes.
is there was like this law firm, and there was like four different whatever, and like the head of all of them had to get together, and he was getting a drink, and he'd go to get a beer, and every time he ordered the beer, he'd ask for just the bottom of the glass to be filled up,
So
but to like charge him for the whole drink, it's all good. And the professor was like, "Why are you doing that?" It's like it's how I get out of conversation with people I don't want to talk with. Talk, 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 talk. Take the last sip. Oh shit! I'll be right back. I'm gonna go top this off, and then you just go get a little bit. Then the other one was a story about, oh God, who's that one really fast talking actor? Can't remember what his name is.
Is it you?
No, no. God, I wish I could do this. His was always, hey, I'll be right. Just go to grab a drink. What are you drinking? What are you drinking? What are you drinking? And then that'd be the last time they'd see him that night.
That's funny.
It's like
But that's
either
that's not, see, they're waiting on their drink though. I like the first one better. Because other people are waiting on their drink and I'd be like, I never got my drink. And then I'd
all
realize that
day.
we left the conversation.
Yeah, it's I've started to try and incorporate that. You know, just always have like a water bottle on you or something, just like a little, just the bottom filled. That way, out of the conversation, no problem. You can use it if you want. You can use that too.
I'm just going to have to chug a ton of water. They ran out of the bottle of water at the table. I'm going to go.
Yeah, or you know, you can always pretend to get a phone call. That works.
Does it? Does that still work? I don't know. Oh, my phone that I had in my hand that I was just looking at. Oh, it's ringing.
Yeah, maybe that one doesn't work.
No. I mean, I could say, oh, I gotta make a phone. I gotta make a phone call. Oh, yeah, I got this really disturbing. Yeah. But then the worst is when you have to, you come back and you go, I just don't want to be part of that conversation, but I want to talk to other people. Like, and then I feel like an obligation to return to the bad conversation, but I don't want to. Oh, this is why we have the chats, to figure out how to get out of these situations. We're going to teach a class on this, I think. This is
We're
like
gonna teach a
business
class
101.
on
Yeah, how to get
teach
out
a
of
class on how to not talk to people.
No, how to talk to them just enough, right?
Oh, talk to just enough.
And then I think there's something
Like
there.
right there.
Yeah, like we're almost done. I'll ask you more questions about the art. I'll wait. Oh no, did you only have the coffee like a quarter cup full in case this chaff is bad?
Yeah, I've actually just been sipping on an empty cup.
It's just it's a prop.
Yeah. Yeah, I found this outside actually.
It
I was
works.
like, how am I gonna? Yeah, there was something in it though. I didn't know that, so I don't think it was coffee. But
yeah, just like needles. But you're fine. You're cool.
yeah, I figure I have every human disease possible all at the same time. They just all kind of get stuck, and then none of them get me sick.
Yeah, they just
Like
battle each other on the inside. That's how it works.
Yeah, there's just a battle royale going on inside of me.
That sounds fun.
I mean, some days Other
Wait,
days.
are you actually serious? Do you have something wrong? I don't know now. Is this sarcasm?
See, it's weird, isn't it?
It is. I don't. Oh my God, I do this to people all the time. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But I'm
So that's what that feels. So that's what that feels like. I've had so many times in my life too, where it's like, so that's what that feels like. Shit.
okay.
Anytime you meet your match in anything, like, so that's what that feels like.
Okay. I don't know. What do I do with my hands? Put them here.
Don't
Okay.
worry, I don't have any ailments. I'm lying. I don't have any ailments.
Well, I didn't want to sound inconsiderate because, some people do it as a throwaway. The time I was always sick and never got better. Oh, let's discuss. But that is not the case with you, and I'm glad that you're healthy. Except, oh wait,
Yeah,
I do know that you injured. Okay, so can you share your journey into acting? Because I thought that was really interesting.
my journey into
Yeah,
acting.
it
Yeah,
started with the. Didn't you get injured in that whole thing? That
I
was the
did.
segue.
I I did. In a not nice way to put it. My knee was all together, and then it wasn't all together anymore. It was it exploded. I got caught in a knee bar when it was in my last fight, and then
What's a knee bar?
the
I don't know about this.
it's when it's like any bar in MMA is like when you try and bend a joint the opposite way that it should
Oh,
go.
oh, I shouldn't have asked
It's like
that.
an arm bar. They'll always try and like bend your arm
Okay.
outwards till it snaps. And try and bend the knee the other way till it snaps. And I tried to roll out of it, and the bottom half of my leg stayed where it was, but the top half of my body turned. It's like if this is the knee, it went like this.
Yep,
It
yep.
just turned two different ways, and then everything just popped and snapped, and kind of sounded like Rice Krispie squares, like Rice Krispies when you pour milk on them and you see that snap crackle
Yep, yep.
pop.
Got it, Delaney. Okay. All
That
right.
happened inside my skin.
Oh my God.
Uh,
So that's
and
an
then,
injury. That's a thing.
but it was so cool because like the amount of adrenaline pumping through my body, I couldn't feel a thing, but
True.
instantly there was like a grapefruit where my knee used to be. And then
So what did they say the injury was?
I broke three different bones and tore like every tendon.
And all the ligaments around the knee?
Yeah, everything. They had to do like
Yeah.
microsurgeries.
How many surgeries?
Like I don't know, like it was like one session, but they like had to go in like three different places, and,
Oh.
like do like these little cuts and then go inside and put
So
some
do you have
things back together.
a completely like what's it called? A metal knee or what's the deal?
No, it's all me. It's all me.
Okay.
That's probably the problem. It's like sore all the time.
Ah.
The problem is because it's all me still. I probably should have parts in there that aren't me, but like the weather, like I can tell you when it's gonna rain.
Yeah, that's a thing. That was a lot. All my patients come in, and I would always know when it was raining. It was very helpful, but not,
Or if I
yeah.
or like I standing for too long, like yesterday in class,
Yeah.
I was gonna sit down. Like, all right, this has been fun. I need to sit down now. When he's or sometimes I'll wake up and it's just locked. Like I can't bend my leg.
So when
I
did
gotta
you
like
get injured? How old were you?
25,
Oh,
so
okay.
7 years ago.
Okay.
And then I moved to Toronto when I was 26 to pursue acting
Where was
at
the fight then? Where were you?
Port Huron.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, just like a little fucking Port Huron fight. And then, yeah, it was end of MMA, beginning of acting, because mom told me to.
Oh, I'm like 26 starting acting. I like that.
Yeah, I think it's called a late start, I think.
I mean, I you have to have an ability in. I feel like everyone is an actor. Like think about all the times you pretend to, be friends with someone or it's topical or enjoy having a conversation with someone when you're stuck with a whole beer.
Oh God,
That's
enjoy
that's just the story of life.
acting,
Pretending
doing
you
it
want
right.
someone in the elevator with you. Uh,
I think there was no more humbling experience though when sitting in the first acting class. People always ask, "Oh, how long have you been acting, and what have you done?" You go around, people are like, I've been acting since I was 7 years. I've been doing this for 20 years. Mike, what have you done? Not a damn thing. When did you start acting? It's 3 hours ago? Like, when did you start acting? Yesterday.
So, okay, you
Why?
moved to Toronto and you what, found an acting studio, found a place? What was the priority?
I moved to Toronto with no plan
Okay.
whatsoever. I found this spot. It was on Bathurst between College and Dundas, like right across from the
Don't give
hospital
us your
that's
full
there.
address, but yes, okay. All right.
I can't even remember. No, that's the old place. It's not this
Oh,
place.
okay, good.
I can't even remember my old address, to be fair. And then I was walking in the neighborhood. I walked around the corner, College and Bathurst, where like the Nest is,
Mm-hmm.
and it was the Monologue Slam that was going on. And that was the first week I'd moved to Toronto. And I walked in. I was like, oh yeah, this looks pretty cool. This looks like a place maybe I could start. And then the next month, I signed up, and it was the one where they make you do a song as a monologue. And
Cool.
I did Single Ladies by Beyonce. and then and then
Wait, so you
that
don't have to
month,
sing it, right? You break the words down and you speak it?
yeah, you take the lyrics and you speak the song as a monologue. And I did Single Ladies by Beyonce. And then that night also was the Raw Christmas party.
Uh,
So after that, there was two people, Derek Gilroy, who we all know and love, and Allie Johnson. Okay, that was really good work. You should come to this party we're going to tonight. And I went to the Raw party that night. And then met Sophie there, a few other people there. They were like, "Oh yeah, come audit. We're doing the last class of the last session for the year next Thursday. Come audit it." I went, "Okay." And I audited it, and then January I signed up.
that is that's so serendipitous.
I
Ooh,
know. It just all happened between. So I got here September 2017, January 2018. I was taking my first raw class, and then began acting. They're like, "Oh wait, it's that monologue slam night." It was when did you start acting? When did this event begin? Tonight is my first monologue.
that's amazing. Oh yeah, I saw you at the Monologue Slam. I feel like I've told you this, I don't remember, but I did the last in-person one before COVID happened. What year? So I guess 2020, February, March, maybe February. And I think, did you write a piece at that point? I don't even know where you were with your art at that point, but I thought this guy is very interesting. I think you were one of the random people because they did the anyone in the audience. They drew three people. I think it was you, Miles, oh, and Sigourney. And you three got up, and I go, oh my god, I don't know what's happening here, but I'm so impressed because that was my first one ever, and it was such a cool vibe. Ooh,
Was
it
that
was
the one that was that? Was it at
it was a
the
bad
boat?
dog. It was a bad dog on. It was a bad dog. Yeah. On.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
right. Yes, Sigourney. I can't remember what either Miles or Sigourney did, but I know, yes, they got, yeah, because I did the one kid got some. No, I don't remember what I did.
I don't remember. I just remember thinking this guy's cool. This is the impression you left. You were cool.
That was my first impression on you, that I was cool.
Yeah, I think everyone's cool though. That's the thing. I think everyone that does that kind of stuff and puts themselves out there, they just have a really cool vibe. It's a whole thing to be willing to go in front of people you've never met and just yeah, I'm gonna do this thing. Especially because you were one of the random ones, right? So it's unprompted, unexpected. I was expecting to do a monologue, so that wasn't a surprise there.
Yeah, that was a surprise. Because I think I also, when I signed up, I think that when I got there, I told Andre to take me out because I was like, I don't want to do it. And then I guess that he's in his head went, fuck that.
Okay.
And then I still did it anyway. But I was like, oh, yep, that's my name. I heard it. All right, let's. That's why they always say have a monologue in your back pocket
But what if I don't have a
and
back pocket? What do I do?
then keep it in your front pocket.
Women's pants rarely have pockets. They're getting better now.
Keep it in your purse.
I don't carry a purse anymore. This is a
Keep,
struggle. I started carrying one, but
keep it in your bag. just have a monologue.
Just have one. Have it. Okay. I was gonna
Yeah.
challenge.
There's like three that I have that no matter how much time goes by, they're just always right there.
Ooh. How do you decide
Yeah.
on those?
Uh, well, I wrote them,
Okay.
so they're the best monologues I've ever seen.
I think
So
there's something really powerful with writing it though. And I didn't even realize you could write your
there
own
is.
monologue until I saw every other people do it and then I tried to do it myself. But there's something that's so like the fact that I only know when I'm changing the words, right? Or it's because I wrote it. No one's gonna know. But it's also like I wrote it because I was feeling a certain way or whatnot, so it has a meaningful significance to me.
Yeah, of course. You're always going to bring like if you're going to write one, bring some part of yourself into it. But the
Mm-hmm.
best piece of advice I ever got was the difference between a monologue that works and is powerful, like reaches people, and one that doesn't. Is there's monologue and then there's telling a story. Or like you can tell the story of when your, I don't know, best friend got shot or you were about to get shot or something, or you can do the monologue of you living in that moment of the guns right in front of you and you're about to be shot. You don't tell people about what you said in the moment. You just live the moment when you said it. Like that's the difference. I was just like, oh, because a lot of people will do monologues where they're just recounting a story.
Yeah.
They're just telling a story, how that moment made you feel, rather than just doing the actual moment when it happened. Like, yeah, you could tell a story of when your son was born, or you could do the monologue, your son's being born. I was like, yeah.
Wait, this sounds exactly like what Sophie said last night. So
Is it?
it sounds very
Maybe.
similar. Maybe you've been studying with her a lot, or maybe it's just something that you knew. I don't know. I give a shout out to Sophie Ann Rooney.
I mean, we've been studying for a little bit, a smidgen.
A smidgen.
What, 5 years? Smidgen?
You're asking me, I'll say yes. I don't know the right answer.
I don't know what the measurement of a smidgen is, but
A smidgen seems a lot less than 5 years. Smidgen to me seems like 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Yeah, a smidgen
And
of time, like
it's
max
been
2 minutes.
it's been several smidgens
Been
that
multiple
we've been
smidgens.
5 years worth of smidgens.
I mean,
Also sounds like
I just
some
keep
like
thinking pigeon now. I can
I
never
was about to
figure
say
out,
it sounds like a pigeon's third cousin.
like, I can never think of a word that rhymes with pigeon. So thank you for providing me with one, sir.
Smidgen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
It's the
really what was
cousin.
holding up my pigeon soliloquy. So we're good now.
It's the cousin pigeons don't talk about. Like look at all these pigeons, but what about that smidgen? We don't talk about smidgen. We don't talk about
We
smidgen.
don't talk about it. Oh,
Yeah,
that song is unnecessarily popular. It's not bad. It's not bad. But you can
that's
use
an
it for
actual
so
song.
many things. We don't talk about Bruno. That was the Encanto Lin-Manuel song. I don't think it was nominated for an Oscar, but I think it was performed at the Oscars. Yeah, it just caught on. And it's all in all the remixes and everything. He's a talented guy. I get it. It's catchy. That's how I do
Well, I
catchy.
mean, hey, if you got talent,
Don't use
flaunt
it,
it.
right? That's what they say. Got talent, don't use it. That's
Right, I forgot. Yeah,
yeah.
quell yourself, quiet yourself, be small, be quiet. No one's good at anything. Keep it that way.
Yep.
Be normal, just like everyone else.
No one is normal though. And I didn't realize how weird it is when everyone's trying to say be normal. Like, what is normal? Because anyone that
Couldn't
says
tell you.
they are normal, they end up being the most, I don't want to use the word weird, but interesting individuals that I've ever met. So, yeah.
No, I've never been raised around normal. No one or anything in my life is normal,
But
but
it's
like
your
in the best
normal
of
though,
ways.
right? Isn't it? Because I know for me, what I used to think as a kid was normal. And then, you go out in the world and you go, oh, there's so much more to see and there's so many different perspectives. And, you learn, the more I learn and the more people I meet, different walks of life and cultures, I go, oh, what is normal? I don't know. I'm throwing out the word
That's
normal.
true.
I've decided it's done. I canceled it. I want to
Gonna
cancel the word.
cancel normalism.
Cancel.
Do it. Cancel normalism. I don't know
Well,
what normal is.
because
I don't do
then no
normal.
one's, like when in school, especially, you're, oh yeah, I just want to be normal like everyone else. But no, we shouldn't want to be that way, right? Like, just what's so interesting about everyone is that they are themselves, and everyone being. It starts in the schools. We got to teach this. I'm gonna create a
Yeah,
curriculum. I'm on it.
they gotta teach you to be different, like everyone else. Be different, like everyone else. Being different's normal.
Oh, I
Remember
like
one thing?
that.
I remember one thing my coach told me when it came to MMA. He was like, it's like no one should ever feel special about being good at something. It's like he's like, 'cause he's like that's you're born with a God given right to be good at something. He's like everyone's born with the potential to be good at something. Like whether or not you realize that potential, well, that's up to you. He's like the day you should feel special is the day you find out you're good at more than one thing. He's like, because then you have something to offer someone, or something to offer the world that no one else has, and that's something else. Like that's something more than the person over there, the person over there. And she's like, oh God. It's like, wait. It's like, yeah, it's so true. It's like being good at two things. It's like, yeah, everyone strives to be good at something. Well, then you're just like everyone else. Be good at two things, three things, four things. Be good at five things, six, seven, eight. But he's like, don't just strive to be good at something, one thing. It's everyone does that. That's not special.
Ooh, I like that.
That's his
Well,
philosophy for mixed martial arts. He's like, yeah, some people are good at boxing, some people are good at wrestling, some people are good at kickboxing, some people are good at Muay Thai, some people are good at jujitsu. Like, you're going to be good at all of them. Yeah,
but
like,
it's,
that's
you know
he's like
what? But
that's
though it
also
makes
he's
you
like,
well rounded, and I think it would set you up for more success. If you're, I agree
yeah,
with that mentality, right? If you're only focusing on the one thing, then I mean, look, if you compare this to acting, because we are the actors, it's like, okay, so great, you're good at acting, but also why not go behind the camera? Why not become a writer? Why not take on these different roles and see all the different perspectives so you can have a greater understanding of what it is to create something, put it together. At least that's how I've been
yeah.
feeling.
Me and a good friend of mine, Jordan Gray, were always talking about it. Like the years of just being an actor are over.
It's
They're over.
true. Ooh,
Doesn't
it's
work
very
that way
true.
anymore.
Yeah.
So like you got to find your slash. You're an actor slash what?
Oh, find your slash. You've got really good at whipping stuff out.
And even at parties and stuff, and even at parties and stuff, it's like you no longer introduce yourself as an actor anymore. If you introduce yourself as an actor, they immediately, oh, cool, on to the next person. They don't give a shit.
See, that's
But
funny.
if you
Yeah.
like, we have an interest. Oh yeah, I'm a writer. Oh, you're right. Tell me more. Then work your way into yeah, yeah. No, I act as well. Like I act in some of the things I write, or I've done this, I've done this. I act as well, but I'm a writer. They go, oh, okay, cool. And then they like, you got to find something else nowadays. It was I can't remember if it's a book or a movie. Maybe it's like both, like a documentary and a book. It's called The Cavalry's Not Coming, and they're like,
Oh.
they go in there, and there's like an example of they're like, yeah, as much as we all love Robin Williams, it's like, and like how his story of how he was found and how it worked out and stuff. It's like that doesn't happen anymore. Those days are gone. It's like I don't know if anyone knows the story of how Robin Williams got his break. It was like they were producing or they were doing the casting for Mick and Morty.
Yeah.
Is that this first like sitcom he did? I can't remember. Is Morty the alien?
Oh, I've never watched the
Or is
show.
that
I
Mick?
just know he was in it. I don't know.
One
Morty
of them's an
sounds more
alien.
like an alien.
One of them was the alien, and they couldn't do it. And I think it
Oh,
was like the
that could have been
casting
it.
director's son. It came into work that day or something, and then he was saying, he's like, "There's this guy out in the street who's doing like comedy stuff. We should bring him in to audition." His dad was like, "Why?" He's like, "Well," he's like, "when I saw his hat this morning, it was empty. It's full now, so he's doing something right." They brought him in, and boom, that was Robin Williams. They're like, that shit doesn't happen anymore. Someone sees you on the street with an empty hat, they're gonna put some money in it. It's full, they're gonna keep walking. But no one's gonna be like, hey, you wanna come audition for this sitcom? That doesn't happen anymore. He's like, the cavalry's not coming. He's like, the day's waiting on the phone or by the phone for your agent to call you. He's like, that's not how it works anymore. He's like, he broke it down. And like, he's like, you want to know how you make it nowadays? He's like, you get a couple of your friends and you make the shittiest movie the world has ever seen. And you make it. You make it and you be proud of it. You be proud of it. You show it to everyone. They're all going to tell you it sucks. And he's like, let me confirm. Your movie does suck. It's bad, but you got to be proud of it. You show it to everyone, and you're gonna do that. He's like, one person, maybe one, is gonna see some glimmer of hope in that movie. And they're gonna give you the opportunity to film your second piece of shit. And he's gonna be atrocious. He's like, it's gonna be bad. Maybe even worse than the first, because now you have confidence. And that can be such a bad thing for people to have, is overconfidence. But he's like, you're gonna do it. And you're gonna be proud of that piece of shit. And you're gonna show it to everyone. And then he's like, if you're gonna do that for a year, you're gonna film like 10 pieces of garbage and show them to the world. Like, someone is going to see a glimmer of hope in your garbage. And he's like, if you keep doing that until you miraculously, maybe one day, a couple years down the road, get one of your movies into a festival. He's like, it's not going to be a good festival. He's like, your shitty movie is now going to be in a shitty festival. But the point is, he's like, it's always going to be that next person who sees that next little glimmer of hope. He's like, if you do this on repeat, like a vicious cycle, like 10 years, and each person that sees that glimmer of hope is going to give you an opportunity to film your next little glimmer of hope until maybe you're a lead from a show 15 years ago notices your movie and goes, I was on the OC. I was the lead of the OC. I'd like to work with you on your next project. And you go, wow, no one's seen you in 10 years. But why not? Sure. And then someone somewhere sees, is that the guy from the OC in that movie? Yeah. What is this? What are we looking at right now? Who wrote this? Who is it? Who's this person he's with? Who's this actor right here? And then all of a sudden, before you know it, someone's like, oh, now people who are capable of doing things start to notice your stuff. And he's like, and the whole time that's all happening, your agent will be calling you. You will be getting auditions. You might even book some. He's like, you'll start to care less and less about the next time your agent calls. And then eventually, you'll keep doing that, and you've made it. You won't even notice it happened. All of a sudden, you're in a room with people who are able to do things, and you're making things that are actual things, and they got budgets behind them, and you're working with stars. And then he'll be like, this is the realization. He's like, you know why the cavalry was never coming? He's like, because you are the cavalry. Like, oh, he's like, the cavalry's not coming because the cavalry was always there. I was just like, oh, I was like, God, I'm fucking gonna fire my agent now. Let's go. I was like, it spoke so true. And I was like, oh. And now this is like the year I feel like I started to do that. Our little team has gone together.
Yeah.
And we've made our first couple of pieces of shit. And we're just gonna keep making shitty things.
Well, how many do you have? You got till 10, right? You got to do 10 of them?
Yeah, I'd say at least 10.
You have 10 already?
No. We've done Hunting Darkness and Fishbowl.
Okay. You're
and apparently neither of them are pieces of shit, so we're against it. We're
I know. I thought
ahead
it
of,
wasn't bad.
head of the herd.
Okay. I haven't seen it,
Yeah.
and I've heard good things. Again, it might be biased because I've heard it from everyone that was in Fishbowl, but
yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Well, Hunting Darkness has been cruising the festival circuit, doing pretty well for itself. I think I'm just good at playing bad guys, is what it is.
I was wondering, were you the darkness in Hunting Darkness? Were they hunting you?
I think is what's called a red herring.
Oh, wait. Oh, did we just give away? Okay. Spoiler alert.
People
My
think,
bad. Okay. I don't know.
People think I'm the bad guy. Turns out I am a bad guy, just not the baddest guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. I play the darkest parts of humanity and everything.
Why?
But there's always someone darker.
Are you just good at those roles? Do you like those roles?
I think I just look like those roles.
So you got like a Hallmark boy inside of you, but you have to just go with your look?
Yeah, internal, sweetheart. External, worst parts of humanity. Yeah,
that sounded really bad. The phrasing, I don't mean an actual Hallmark child is inside of you. That's disgusting.
Oh, no, I'm about 4 months. 4 months now.
Oh,
well,
I'm
months.
Really happy for you. Okay.
Yeah, it's water weight is what's really starting to set in.
Classic second trimester, right?
I'm hydrating for 2 now. So it's fine. I've been watching that Arnold movie though, where he gets pregnant, so I know how to deal
Classic.
with it.
Is that Junior, I
Yeah,
believe? Yeah.
I think so because eventually this baby does have to come out,
Hmm.
and well, it's not coming out in any natural sort of way.
C-section.
Yeah, I thought about going with like an H, more like an H
Oh,
scar,
interesting. Why not a Q? A little curvy.
or an M because it's gonna be Michael Joseph Delaney the
Oh, I
14th.
thought, why not just a J, right? You just extend the C and then it's your middle initial. So you don't have to completely ruin the stomach, but just a nice,
Don't worry,
yeah.
stomach's ruined as it is. It's all good.
Oh, okay.
It's not. I don't have any tattoos on it yet, so it's fine.
Oh, yes, the tats. Oh, we have 2 minutes left in this hour. If this cuts us off, which it did last time, that'll be fun. But yes, I did want to talk about the tats. There's always a story. I'm fascinated with tattoos.
There is. Every tattoo should have a story, and if it doesn't, you've wasted everyone's time. Anyone who has a tattoo of like a ladybug behind their ear better have a damn good reason for it.
Maybe it's
No,
actually
I
a real ladybug. They killed it and it became a tattoo, completely implanted. True story.
wait, you know what? I like that. I like that one. No, yeah, I have like 13 tattoos, I think.
Whoa.
Yeah, pick a spot. I'll tell you a story.
I don't know, just maybe your arms. That seems
Arm, which arm? Disarm or disarm?
whichever one you prefer.
Left or right?
I usually go with right.
Right. Excellent. Right arm. There
Right
are
arm. Okay.
one, two, three, four tattoos on my right arm. Which one you want? One, two, three, or four?
Oh, I'm gonna go with lucky number four. Is four
Lucky
lucky?
number four
I think four is
is
lucky
the
in a
one
certain culture.
that I don't know if I can pull my sleeve up high enough.
Ah,
Oh, there's five. Actually, there's one up here too. One, two, three, four, or five.
okay. Well, I mean,
Just
five
go.
makes sense to just show the collarbone. Whatever I don't want you to show excessive skin if you're not comfortable. We didn't do a
Fair
pack.
enough.
Oh, don't tell
Oh, I could have
Sophie.
also. I can get the fourth one just like that too. I guess I could have just done that.
I can't see because the sun with the windows is not working. Oh, I see something.
See
What
that
is
one?
that? Yeah, what is it?
Me, my mom, my sister all have this tattoo. It's the Celtic symbol for like love, family, honesty, trust, strength, all that. And then this one right here, my sister and I have matching ones. This was supposed to be our mom's favorite flower with her initials and birth date underneath it. Turns out this is not her favorite
Oh,
flower. So that was a great way to start it off. We found out this is not, in fact, her favorite flower. And we're also pretty sure in the Roman numerals for her birthday's wrong too. But
that's
the initials, DJD, Donna Jean Delaney, are there. Just everything else is wrong. And we were going to get it fixed, but our mom was like, no, it's perfect. It's perfect in how many ways that went wrong that it kind of sums up the Delaney, I don't know, lifestyle mantra that if everything's going right, something must be terribly wrong.
that's a very. I mean, that's a tough way to live though, because are you never happy when something is going well because you think something like the other ball is going to drop?
There's no, yeah, if everything's going right, something very bad is about to happen.
Ooh,
I like to live in like a healthy balance of like good and bad. Because as I always say, it's the good, the bad, and the ugly that make the good worth having. And if I just have good things, well, then I'll forget just how good the good things are. I need that healthy balance of bad to remind me, oh yeah, what I have is actually very, very good. Like when my sister came to celebrate her birthday in Toronto a couple weeks ago, she reminded me how cool I was and I was an actor and stuff. And like, she saw me in Murdoch Mysteries. I had one line in Murdoch Mysteries.
I saw
She's like,
that on your IMDb.
she's
Okay.
like, you didn't tell me you were in Murdoch Mysteries. I didn't know until I saw it. I was like, tell what? Yeah, it was just a little fucking like small blurb, one line quickly in Murdoch. I'm like, that's not cool. She's like, that's not cool to you because now you're auditioning for bigger and like better things. But then she's like humbled me even. She's like, you remember when you got the audition for that line? She's like, I bet you were through the moon happy that you got one line on this show. But yeah, now you're doing like leads and stuff, so one line's not cool anymore. She's like, it's still cool. Like, it's still cool. You need to remember how cool it is. I was like, that's right, you're right. Like, I remember being non-union, getting the call for like the first union credits. Like, oh, thought my heart was gonna explode. Now, if I got that call today for that exact same role, I'd be like, screw that role. I don't want that role.
Do you
It's a
remember the
terrible role.
line?
The first one I ever said
Yeah.
was the coroner. It was episode 1, and I said uh, my girlfriend in the show. We were being not interrogated, like questioned for like some sort of murder that happened, and then she snapped at me and she was like, "Oh, couldn't have packed some diapers, something to me." And I said to her, you got to buy more diapers for me to pack them, something like that. I can't remember what it was. I was like, that was my line. Like all I said was, you got to buy more diapers, Simone. I think that was my first union line I ever said on camera. And also the story behind that one is I remember too that it was the day after the Young Filmmakers Party, the morning after, and I had to be on set for 8 a.m. But also I was like, I am going to the Young Filmmakers Party because I always have a
What's
great
the
time.
Young Filmmakers Party?
Every year, that's the party that like my landlord and roommate Derek and John throw. And there's like Raw is a promoter of it. And, like there's like 1,000 people that go, and it's like the idea is to try and bring like sort of successful people and put them in the same room with new people,
Ooh, see what happens.
just like meet, conversate, maybe like get the opportunity to meet someone who's like having a hard time getting into casting rooms and all these things has an opportunity just to say hello. It's like a casting director
Oh, cool.
or like stuff like that, or someone else get insights from other actors and stuff. And it's during TIFF. It's just like another TIFF party as well, with the things going on. And I was like, I'm going to that party. It must have been, and this is also in hindsight, this is what not to do ever as an actor. Uh, must have been midnight. My agent was yelling at me to go home. Sophie was yelling at me to go home. But my now roommate Dad was, yeah, everyone was yelling at me to go home. You have to be on set in 8 hours for your first union gig. So like, go home. And I just reached a point where I was like, no. At like 3 a.m. rolled around. I was like, I'm not going home. And then I must have been awake until 6 in the morning. I slept for an hour and drove to set. And I fell asleep in my trailer until to the point where they had to get someone to come like jiggle my foot to be like, hey, Mike. Like, what's going on? They're like, you doing okay? Because we need you on set now. You need to come do some talking on the camera real quick. And I was in such a bad state of being. I wished I was dead.
Well, yeah, because
But we
you
did it.
didn't get the diapers, so it clearly
And
affected
to be
you.
fair, the character I was supposed to be playing, it accented him very
I was
well.
just thinking that. It was a great, that was method acting at its finest,
And
sir.
also, the director said when I walked in, they're like, they did a good job on your makeup. No makeup was done. No makeup was done. I rolled out of my trailer in costume and walked onto set. They're like, we have no time for hair and makeup. Get them on there. So we did. The director was like, nice. And I was like, oh, no, not nice. This is all me. All me right here. They're like, well, it worked out in your favor. But I was like, yeah, it was also a lesson. Never, if you have to be on set, go to bed the night before. Be a professional.
Really didn't think that had to be a life lesson, but thank you for letting me know that it might have to be. That's good. That's good. For anyone questioning if they should be a
Whether or
professional
not.
before their first union credit, the answer is yes. And thank you for sharing your story.
No problem. Yeah, I'm a good lesson of what not to do. But also, sometimes a good lesson of what to do.
Okay. Yes.
Sometimes.
I said yes. I don't know. I just thought it was the right thing to say. I mean, no, I will agree because again, the creating your own work is very inspiring, and I think you guys are onto something with that. But
I think so.
Yeah.
The cavalry,
Yeah.
It's not coming.
It's interesting. So now you said you were doing all the one-liners, and now you've progressed to more leads. Like, that's really impressive, right?
It is. And like even like perspective wise, like people even said that like because I've been acting 5 years now in total.
Yeah, people
and even
hate
some
you.
people
It's very annoying. Okay.
people said to me, yes, that's true. People are like, some people, I'm one of the most weirdest individuals. Some people
No,
are
I
like,
just mean in
oh yeah,
terms
Mike
of
Delaney.
how it's happening. I don't mean in terms of your personality.
Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah, people are like, what you've done in the first 5 years of your career is like, I wish I could have done that in the first 5 years of my career. Like the first 5 years of my career, I was still non-union, trying to get an agent. I'm like,
And
oh,
yeah, that's like, how did you get the
I,
agent so quickly?
so Monologue Slam.
Right?
I did a piece that I'd written,
Okay.
and the judges that night were my now agent, uh,
Oh, nice.
uh, Jeffrey from the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, the butler, him, and then
I
uh, uh, I can't remember who the third one was, but I did a piece that I'd written. I took to the game of tag, and I turned it into like I had like kidnapped this person, and they were sitting in a chair, and I just had a knife, and like I did this whole thing about
Ooh,
how I'm like, yes, as crazy as I am and as weird as I am, it's like I also never asked to be this way. It just happened to me, and I was like, but I'm not going to kill you. He's like, I don't justify just random murders. He's like, we're going to play a game. Oh no, it's wait, we're play a game, hide and go seek. Like what's going to happen is you're gonna get up and you're just going to start running in any direction, and I'm going to count back from like five Mississippi steamboats, hippopotamuses, whatever you want. I'm like, I'm going to give you five of them, and then I'm gonna chase after you, and I'm like, and if you can get like outside of this building we're in, you're home free. You're not dying tonight. But he's like, if I catch you, that's when you want to be scared because I am going to kill you. And he's like, and no matter like what's inside of me that might want to stop me from doing it, it's going to happen. Why? It's happened every other time. I just can't seem to stop myself. And then did the whole piece. And then my agent was like, I don't really have any. He's like, I'm not an actor, so I can't give you acting notes on how that could have been better or worse or what you could have done differently. He's like, but what I do know is he's like, the moment you stepped on stage, you could have heard a pin drop in this room. He's like, there's 100 people in here. He's like, could have heard a pin drop. He's like, now that's over. He's like, I am truly uncomfortable with what I just saw happen. And then, and then he's like, all I know now, he's like, I would love to sign you. I just went, okay, cool.
wow.
And then Jeffrey, I'll never forget what he said to me. He was like, he's just like doing one of these like weird like nods and finger wave at me. He was like, what? He's like, you are a gifted actor. And I was like, why? He's like, because even in the moments you definitely lost yourself in that. He's like, I saw two things happen like simultaneous. He's like, I saw acting, like truth, complete acting, lost yourself in it. He's like, I also saw when you came out of it, but you're good enough that you can fake still being in it. He's like, there were a few parts that to an educated eye, he's like, he's not in it anymore. He's come out of it. But he's like, everyone else still believed you were in there. And I was like, that's true. That definitely happened. Just a couple times I was searching for a line. It was happening. And then yeah, I got signed the next day. That was my agent. Still non-union. Didn't even have a credit at all yet. And then been with him ever since.
That's ooh. See, you know what? You just spoke about the Robin Williams situation and that stuff not happening. Like Robin Williams was putting himself out there, doing his crap. You were putting yourself out there with the Monologue Slam, and then your agent was judging. I think this still happens nowadays, right? I really do think that if you are working your craft and putting yourself out there and sharing parts of yourself, something will happen. That's what I have to tell myself to keep going. But I really do believe it. Because otherwise, why on earth am I doing anything I'm doing? Because I'm a little
That's
nuts,
true.
you know? Like,
Wow. See, now that I look at it that way, you're right. I am the next Robin Williams. Thank you for that.
well, you know, I don't know if he's replaceable. That's just someone I grew
He's
up with. I'm
not.
like, you can do it all. Also, you know, a fellow Robin, even though spelling their name with an I respect the male version of the Robin name. But it's just one of those people that I grew up watching and you go, okay, he does this and you can do all the voices and that's a thing. Oh my God, I love everything he's doing. Ah. Yeah, I like
Yeah,
him.
but also, no one should ever strive to be the next anything. Be the
Yeah, you should
first.
be
You.
the first. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, all those
Although, isn't
cliches.
you always say you're like Michael Joseph Delaney, what, like the 13th or something?
Yeah, but I'm the first Michael Joseph Delaney the 13th,
Oh, okay.
and the only Michael Joseph Delaney the 13th, or at least I hope I'm the only Michael Joseph Delaney the 13th. That'd be weird if there was another long line of Delaneys.
I mean, I don't know. I
Michael
feel like this is an
Joseph
Ed sensitive
Delaney's.
question, but yeah.
Yeah, no. Be the first. Be the first. You ain't first, you're last. Ricky Bobby.
Oh, can we end on that? I really enjoy ending on that.
If you could say one thing in the world, what would you say? If you ain't first, you're last. Ricky Bobby.
Oh my goodness. Delaney, I very much enjoyed chatting with you. Thank you so much for sharing your stories. I love that. Is there anything else you want? I don't want you to feel like I'm cutting you off. Do you feel fulfilled with this chat? Anything
I
you'd
could
like
talk
to
to you
share?
for hours and hours and
That's what
hours.
happens. The conversation started. It's just natural. We're having a flow, but all good
Yeah,
things
we're just
must come to
flowing,
an end.
vibing.
Yeah.
That's true. I think Gandhi said that.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
I don't definitely
I
didn't,
wanted
but
to
I
make a joke, but I'm like, if Gandhi actually said that, I don't want to insult Gandhi. So I need, what was that
don't think he
character?
did.
Was that Malcolm in the back?
Malcolm
What
would
would
be like,
Malcolm respond to that? What?
Malcolm reminds me that like I'm like there's sometimes in ourselves where they can be like, please tell me other people think this way. Like there's no way I'm inherently this bad of a person. Like when a kid walks by, it's not my fault that sometimes the first thing I'll think of is, yeah, but how far could I kick that kid if I really tried? I don't want to do it. I'll never do it. But the thought comes into your head of, what, 30 pounds? How far could I kick that kid? So I'm
Yeah,
gonna do
but
it.
is this before the knee got a little busted? Or is this just,
Oh, I'd kick it with the right leg now.
oh, okay, okay. You stabilize on the broken knee? Is that how it works?
Yeah, I think that's how life works, right? Put all your weight on the broken stuff.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Yeah, take the weight off
I'm
the
just trying to make
together
any
stuff.
kids watching this not be scared that you're going to see them on the street and kick them. Guys, I don't know if he
I'm
has the
not.
physical
I'd never
capability.
do that. But I will, for a second, have a flash in my head of what it would look like if I did.
That's an interesting piece right there. The thoughts in your head, and put them on
That's
a
in everyone's
film.
head. For no, it's like
Ooh.
just people who have the
Scary film.
audacity to walk into my line of view. I'm like things I think about doing. Everyone has the darkest thoughts ever. Sometimes.
I feel like a lot of people have dark thoughts, but you feel very open to sharing them. And again, I appreciate you for that.
Yeah, I don't have with a filter. Yeah, that's what it's called. I've heard of them. I've once thought about buying one.
A hashtag no filter situation.
Turns out you can't buy them. Didn't know that.
Oh, really? Oh, you didn't go on the dark web. Yeah, I'll hook you up with my guy. I've been required to use a filter for all my Instagram lives. Otherwise, the cancel is real. No, it's my guests can do whatever they want. I have a lot of thoughts, but I think it's good. I think it's good to have thoughts. Keeps.
Yeah, you just need Malcolm to keep them in order, keep them deep down within your brain, where they never see the light of day. Because while you're not that person, sometimes those thoughts cross your mind.
Ooh, we were ending on a good note, and now it's getting really dark. This is what happens.
But always remember, you ain't first, you're last. Ricky Bobby. Okay,
let's just cut back to the first part. We were gonna end it. Oh God, that was so dark, Delaney. Okay. Is there anything? Are we promoting anything for you? Like, when is the fishbowl coming out? You guys tried to enter TIFF. Can we see any of your stuff?
I'm very confident there is places where you can see it. I wish I knew where those places were. I should probably stay more involved with where those places are. There's a whole chat for these projects we're doing. Like that,
is it a group chat?
I've had like 306 unread messages.
If this is a group chat, I respect that. The group chat is my nightmare of back and forth.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I just say
if I'm needed, let me know.
Yeah, I just say if it's anything I should know, tag me. Just tag me. Like tag me in the chat. Michael Delaney, you need to respond to this message. Otherwise, I don't look, nor do I know where anything is happening. People be like, I didn't know that my Titans thing was out until people must be, yo, you look good on Titans. I was like, oh, so I guess that's out now.
Okay, that's fair. My husband usually finds something for me, and he's like, "Robyn, I think you were in this," and I go, "Oh yeah, you're right. Thank you for finding it." But apparently, who's M. Delaney? Because apparently you
That's
really
that's
never know.
that's my sister who gets mad at me all the time for being in things and then not telling any soul alive that I was in
Well,
said thing.
family wants to see. They get very excited. I get it. The worst is when I
Yeah,
get really excited. I think it's a good one, and then I tell other people to watch it, and then it doesn't end up being as good as I thought it would be, right? And I go, ugh. I swear, I thought it
I'm
was
also just the
better.
worst at staying in touch with anyone alive. I don't do it. I am the worst human being at responding to messages, returning phone calls,
Hey, okay,
staying in.
honestly, you showed up to the chat, and that's already better than some of my other guests. So you're doing better than some humans. I'm just gonna say,
You know what? Yeah, that's right. I am
yeah,
doing better than some humans.
yeah.
As Pratt once said, if you're working on your plan B, might as well be your plan A.
I don't have any funny responses anymore. I'm done. Is there? I don't. I don't. I'm like, I was
Have
gonna
I
make
exhausted your comedy?
no, because I was gonna make a really dark joke, and I just don't want to do the darkness anymore because we're trying to end on positivity, and
I once
I can't say positive apparently when I chat with you.
just
I'm
gotta
like,
find
you just
the
bring out the
light.
darkness in me. I'm like, okay. I mean, look, I always have the
You just
darkness,
gotta
but
find the light in the dark, the good in the bad, the purple in the blue. That's from me to you. That rhymed. Yeah.
it seems like the roses are red. Is that a thing you do? Roses are red, violets are blue. This poem, what? It's not poetry,
This
or
won't be a poem, but it will certainly be poetry.
is this your thing? Is this how you open everything?
I'm just a wordsmith
Okay.
and a poet. There's a thing called a Delaney letter that has become a trend at Raw.
Raw
That
is Raw still? It's Rooney Actor Workshop, right?
yeah,
But then it's Raw Studios, so Rooney Actor Workshop Studios. Does that make sense?
yeah,
I got it. Okay, I'm
yeah,
pretty good. That's what it is. Okay,
yeah.
I like it.
Seems about right.
It works. Okay.
Yeah. And if anyone
And
dares to get
Grisha
it
on
to
next week. We'll clarify it. Okay.
oh, good. There you go. See,
Yeah.
you can clarify a few
Yeah.
things.
This
Oh my
is
God,
see.
it's fun
Thank you.
on
You're
this
helping
notes.
me promote my future chat. All right.
That's what I do.
Yes.
Also, if no one's seen Cobra Kai, you should go watch it. Really good.
It was exceptional. Did I say
Oh,
exceptional?
sorry.
But like exceptional is a bigger word than how I let it. It was okay. Is what I meant to say, but I said exceptional. That was
We're gonna
interesting.
we're gonna we're gonna have our first fight soon.
Oh, I know. I feel it. I feel it.
I I love Cobra Kai.
Well, as soon as I said that, is I wanted to say okay, but then I said exceptional because I think you really resonated with it. So that was me correcting myself. But then I shared what I wanted to say for some reason. So
Yeah, see, you didn't.
that's where we're at.
Malcolm didn't stop you.
No,
Malcolm didn't stop you.
now the kilter's gone. Yeah,
Missed. He,
problem.
he went to grab you, and you were already gone.
No, it's
Like, oh,
yeah,
Malcolm's like, oh no, dear Robyn, what you done? What you done?
yeah.
What you done?
Mine is more like a Yiddish, like, oh God, why did you do that? Like it gets very.
Call me Wiseau.
It's I don't know. It's just a weird voice that I do that I guess could be that old woman.
Everyone does voices. Everyone does voices. I talk to myself every day.
Well, who else am I going to talk to? I'm my best audience. I'm hilarious to myself.
You are hilarious. I'll
I
give you
just
that.
start laughing to I'm like, that is so funny. I feel like weird sometimes in public situations when I want to say comments out loud, but I feel like it's inappropriate. So then I just laugh to myself without sharing the jokes. This is weird laughing. Oh yeah,
Like,
that's so funny.
I knew I had to be quiet one time when I was like in the grocery store, and I had told my friend, I'm like, everything in a grocery store is 2 comments away from being a sex toy.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I love it's okay. Yeah, I found this. I have a problem right now because I have a very, very unnaturally large zucchini in my fridge. And the creator in me is like, there is so much content I can create with this. But then, like, the person in me is, I should actually eat this zucchini. You know, it's expensive. You pay by the pound. So I'm really struggling right now. I don't know where I'm going to land on it. But yeah.
Both.
Yeah, I probably, but you know, it's getting, I keep
Despite what
putting
anyone
off the
says,
content.
you can have it all.
That was beautiful. That was
So,
heartwarming.
yeah. So you do things with that zucchini and then you eat it. Yeah, that sounded so much weirder than I meant it to sound. As soon as I said that, Malcolm was screaming, going, "What have you done? What have you done?"
Oh,
As soon as I said it, I heard it went, "Yeah, that, no, that's not what that was supposed to sound like."
this is great.
That,
Okay.
God,
We're gonna end. Okay, let's end on. Do you have any words of encouragement for actors out there that might be watching this, or anyone in the film industry, or just a human? I don't. It's very open.
do I have any? Let's see. The only thing you need to be by any age is yourself. Let's see. It's never too late or early. Period. Uh,
I thought that was an ad for
and
Caltrate. Okay, like it's never too late. Caltrate. Okay.
and people are always like, "What is acting? Acting is dot dot dot. It's whatever you believe that dot 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 to be." But never
Oh,
say something is definitely something because once you say something is definitely that thing, that's all it is. Once you define something, it has a definition now.
the snap really added emphasis. I like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're very
people are
good
like
with words.
acting.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are like acting is breathing. Well, for you, that's all it is now.
Oh, do you see that? I took a really big breath. Acting.
See,
Yeah,
acting is dot dot dot. That's the best lesson I ever got from one of my teachers.
I like that.
Like acting is riding a horse while shooting a bow and arrow. That's brushing your teeth in space. Correct. That's exactly what it is. What else is it? It's the dot dot dot.
I like that. Choose your own
Yeah,
adventure. I like that.
yeah. Moments of impact. That's all anyone is. Just an amalgamation of all moments of impact they've ever experienced.
Whew.
We cannot take credit for who we are. Who we are is defined by the people around us.
That's a lot of
I'm
pressure on the
full of this
people.
shit.
It's a lot of pressure on the people around us, though. But yes, that's there's
Yeah.
something to it.
We're all just the sum of our colliding particles and the colliding particles of others.
When atoms collide, classic.
Yeah. I'm just full of this. I'm a philosopher at heart.
I really think you could do your own Instagram live and just start spouting off Delaney comments. I think you could. You got something here.
I do. I have a lot of things. Once met Keanu Reeves.
The end.
I'm also the king of awkwardness. I can make anything awkward. Anything at all. You name it, I'll make it awkward.
That's
But the power of comedy. I remember my friends, I was so bad too. My friend's grandmother had passed away, and everyone does that classic thing where it's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss. How can I help you? How can I make you feel better?" When the funeral is there, and like Sarah grandma, like the coffin stuff, and I just walked up, and stood beside her, and, well, at least she's not going to call you a cracker anymore. It's like,
you gotta make jokes. You gotta make jokes at that. Well, at least
he's
I
like,
make jokes.
what? My grandmother? I was like, yep. Oh, your grandmother. You should have heard the way she talked about you behind your back. He's like, what are you doing? He's like, you're ruining. I'm like, I'm taking every happy memory you have about your grand. I'm just tearing her down. I'm tearing down the very being of who your grandmother is in your head. He's like, you can't do that. I'm like, well, look how hard you're laughing.
I like that now you've expanded your skill set to funeral humor. That's
Oh, funeral humor?
I think
Best
they should don't
thing.
you think they should hire actors to come in at a funeral and just like haha but subtle humor. you know, like just one-on-one,
Yeah.
not full scale, just one-on-one.
And every will should have something in it that's just
A little joke,
outlandishly hilarious.
like a
Like,
really weird
and
request.
yeah, like, and at the end, my will's going to say, and I'm going to be cremated. And then, my dearest wife, you got to make that famous chili. And you got to put me in that chili.
No, did not
And
say
then
that.
only you, and only you get to eat that chili
Oh my
so
God.
that I can tear that ass up one more time.
Wow.
That's,
That
yeah,
is
yeah,
an interesting will.
yeah. Or like stuff me full of popcorn kernels and cremate me. But then, well, eat the popcorn and enjoy the show.
Oh. Okay, so many fun visuals that you've left us with. Thank you for that.
I am a fun visual.
Oh, oh God. Okay. Well, moving past eating someone's popcorn. Thank you. I really wanted to end on a non-weird note, but I think this is as good as we're gonna get. So that's cool. Thank
If you
you.
ain't first, you're last. Ricky Bobby.
Okay. Michael Joseph Delaney, everyone. Thank you, the 13th. Thank you so much for being a guest. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. To future viewers, thank you for watching. And yes, I look forward to seeing your career progress because I think you're a very talented and very, very interesting individual.
Same goes right back at you.
Thank you, sir. Okay.
Forward. Seeing what you do next.
Yeah, that's always the question for me. I've got a zucchini I've got to figure out content for, so I'm going to be busy.
Well, I'm always around.
Okay, and we made it weird. And hey, husband, watching this, that got weird. Okay, cool. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Want to wave to the crowd, or you want to just stare at it? That's cool too. Okay. All right.